So excuse me, look a mess because it's Monday of Halloween and there's no school. So I am just chilling and not even caring. So recap, last week I finished only 2 books and I'm a little disappointed that there's only 2 finished, but they were both kind of long books. So Keeper of the Lost Cities is one that my students every year, I have a couple students who are like, you have to read this book. You have to read this book. And so I finally got a copy and actually got a copy and then realized I already had a copy. So now I have 2. But I got a copy of the first one and yes, I'm so glad that I read it. It's very Harry Potter vibes. It's almost too much Harry Potter connections that I made, but I still loved it. And, you know, it's got the whole girl in the human world doesn't know she's an elf and the elves come and get her. She doesn't know who her real parents are. She was adopted and she has some weird abilities that no one else has. So then there's a lot of weird things happening. And you know, what I liked about this book was there was no villain necessarily. Kind of like Harry Potter, you know, it's Voldemort. So this one kind of didn't tell you the villain until much later. And even at the end of the book, I don't have a specific person as the villain. So I ordered the second one. I'm ready to read. And so I highly recommend this for people who love Harry Potter or love fantasy, adventure. It's the school aspect of magic. Very fun. Good friendship, good found family, good mystery. And each chapter, it is a long book, but each chapter keeps you moving. Like it ends on cliffhangers and it ends where you want to keep going. So lots of plot twists or just lots of high moments where you think you're reaching, you know, the most exciting part and it just keeps getting better. So I'm excited to read the second one. And then the next book I read, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. As you've noticed, I've been on a Grady Hendrix kick. This is the 3rd book by him that I've read. And I love the way he uses humor, horror, gore, all together. Like, and it's very, he definitely has like, I guess kind of like an 80s-ish vibe. Or it doesn't feel like so much present day, but I love that this was like a group of women who are in a book club and, you know, that is kind of how they get together. And then this neighbor arrives and one of the characters thinks that he's a vampire after some things that she's noticed. And I can't even, the twists and turns, it takes place over multiple years. And then the ending, oh my gosh, not for the faint of heart. But it was really good. So I enjoyed it overall. It was a long book, like I said. It took me a while, and I kind of just wanted, I wanted it to end. Like I wanted to get to the ending, but I appreciate all that led up to the ending. So overall, both of these books were 5 stars. And so, yeah, I'm happy with what I read and, for this week. So for this week, I'm really just going to keep the fantasy and scary spooky going because it's been what's keeping me reading. It's been what's exciting. I'm still in the Halloween spirit. And so I'm just going to keep going with it. Circus at the End of the Sea is a book I'm reading for our library. And I think I talked about it last time. It really pulled me in right away. And then The Sacrifice, I'm about a quarter of the way through, and short chapters, good characters, and well, medium length chapters, maybe not short. Really good characters. There's been the main character is kind of mysterious, which I like. Not fully convinced of who this person is. And this is an island that is supposed to be haunted. And because of some sacrifices that were made on there, and it kills the visitors off. The main character, Alon, is trying to, or Alan, I like Alon better, Alon. He's trying to keep them safe, these visitors on the island. They're filming a documentary, but also trying to keep his island, like, trying to keep it all real. He's the only one that's staying there with these strangers. Everyone else has left. And so he knows that it's dangerous for them, and I don't really get the feeling that he's trying to keep them safe necessarily, but kind of, but more of protecting his island. So there's been some creepy parts already, and I'm loving it. So I'm hoping to finish it within the next couple days. And I've also got, Monsters Born and Made is my audiobook. It's very Hunger Games-ish vibes, and but chariot races, which is kind of cool. And then got lots of other books that I'm kind of playing or thinking about reading, so who knows. But I kind of kept my option pile pretty short and sweet. All right, book mail. I am running out of space on my bookshelves. I'm not sure where all this book mail is coming from. I do know where it's coming from. I don't realize how much I get in a week. So here are my most recent purchases or books sent to me. The first one is Jasmine Morga, A Rover Story. I loved both of her other books, Other Words for Home and Thunder, The Shape of Thunder. Those are beautiful books. This one is a little bit different. It's not told, well, only one of her books was told in verse, but it's not told in verse. One I really liked, though, right off the bat, is My Name. So it's a letter to the rover about their teacher, and the teacher has my name. So I thought that was really cool. It's not personal. She didn't dedicate it to me. I share a name of someone that she cares about. Then another book I received, this was from Algonquin Books, is Honor, and by Thridi Umrigar. And this is about an Indian American journalist. Smita has returned to India to cover a story, but reluctantly. She left with no intention of coming back. And she follows the case of Meena, a Hindu woman attacked by members of her own village and family for marrying a Muslim man. And she comes face to face with a society where tradition carries more weight than one's own heart. So it looks like it's dual love stories. And I'm really excited to read this one. So thank you, Algonquin. Another one sent to me from Beaming Books and Media Masters Publicity is Brave Like Mom. I love that cover and I love the title, so I'm excited to read that. And then another one is The Snail. This one, I love the pictures. Emily Hughes is the author. Oh, Monica Acker is the author of this one, and illustrated by Paran Kim. This one is written and illustrated by Emily Hughes, and it is the story of Isamu Noguchi, a Japanese-American artist who gave the world light. The world, however, was not always so giving in return. So it explores his emotional hardships through the U.S. incarceration of Japanese Americans, the effects of personal isolation, and the power of art to heal those wounds. So this sounds beautiful. And I believe Chronicle Books sent this to me. So thank you, Chronicle Books. All right. Darlene Beck Jacobson sent me this book, Wheels of Change. Really excited to read this. I've interviewed her a couple times, and, this is a great historical fiction story, but also about the power that you have to change the world. And I'm really excited to read this and share it with my students. I've also, my second book of Keeper of the Lost Cities, this one's called Exile. I ordered Play Like a Girl because it was Misty Wilson's birthday, and she said, hey, if you want to buy me a present, and I do, because I love this book. So I went ahead and bought my own copy. I have an ARC copy, but I got a real copy. It's full color, and if you have not read this, you need to. It's about a girl playing on the football team. She's the only girl, and along with being in middle school and doing something like this, it's such a good book. It's so powerful, makes you feel like you could do anything. Also, the announcement of Prince Harry's book made me want to read Diana's book. I don't know why, but the royal family intrigues me, so I'm excited to read Andrew Morton's biography of her. And I also received an ARC of Gillian McDone's newest book, When Sea Becomes Sky. I love her books, are always so heartwarming. So I'm excited. I'm excited to read this. It's middle grade. I think that's all of the books that have come in the mail for me, among many e-ARCs and ebooks that I have. But you can't see those, and they don't take up, all the room on my shelves. So I've got a lot of reading to do. I've got a lot of organizing to do. But it's going to be a good week. I can already tell. It's going to be a great week.